Hello once again, everybody. This is Rich with High Percent Trading. Today's date is Monday, November 16th. This short video is going to again show the pit open sessions in some of the markets that we follow here at High Percent Trading. We're going to look at crude oil, NASDAQ, and Russell today. And again, I think the title of this video is all of the traders who were present in the live markets analysis room this morning here at Hypercent Trading, all confirmed that these pit sessions were indeed all profitable again this morning. So let me go ahead and show what we're talking about here. The first thing we're looking at is crude oil. And crude oil, again, of course, we're looking at the 6 a.m. Pacific, that's 9 a.m. Eastern pit open. Here's 6 a.m. right here, Pacific. Now we look back, we are going to follow what's called the 2-arrow rule. What we're looking at here are momentum trades based on some of the indicators that are here in High Percent Trading. This is what we've been showing every day now for about the last month. We're not varying from this, but we're following the 2-arrow rule. Looking back, we already had 2 arrows in the same direction. So we're not going to take a short trade if we did get a short arrow until we have one going the other way. That was not the case, however. The first trade was a long trade right here. Now, depending on where you got in and depending on where your scalp target was, you would have been hard pressed to get a scalp on this trade. So coming right out, this first trade with a tight stop, 6-7 ticks, especially a stop right up under here, this would have gotten stopped out for a loss. However, we had a very nice short trade set up here that you're able to get a scalp with, and then a second one here. This is the 2-arrow rule, second nice trade entry here, and this resulted in, if you had kept it, a good 20 to 24 ticks on a runner if you had it. So those are the first 2 trade directions this morning. Again, we're going to follow the first hour of the pit open. This would have been trade setup number 3, but because of the 2-arrow rule, we don't follow that. Then look at the very nice long trade setup here right around 6:32 Pacific this morning. Nice long setup, moved all the way up to the top of the bands here. That's a good 30 ticks on a runner, and then you had a second entry here, second re-entry here if you wanted to take that in the same direction. Good scalp, anywhere from 7 to 10 ticks, but no runner. We ignore entry number 3, and then this really made it for a lot of traders. Short entry here off the octopus, off the momentum, off this indicator. Short entry, went on to make new session lows. Entry was approximately 40.49. The market moved all the way down to 40.07. That's a good 40 ticks on a runner if you kept it. And that was the pit open. That's the first hour in crude oil. Just a very, very nice day today on crude. Now here's the NASDAQ from the pit open today, and the NASDAQ was just spectacular today. Huge moves in the NASDAQ, big roller coaster type moves. This is exactly what the accelerator set of indicators thrives on. We come out here to 632. 632 is our entry. Long, right out of the gate here, long on a nice trade up. Here is your second re-entry here if you liked it, right? Following the 2-arrow rule. And this market just continued to skyrocket to the upside. This entry alone was right around the 44.92 area, and this market moved all the way up to 45.17. Very nice move to the upside. That's roughly about 25 handles at 4 ticks a handle. That's about 100 ticks total on a runner. Notice there were additional entries that were being signaled here on this indicator, but we're only going to follow the 2-arrow rule. So that was trade number 1 over here at 632. This is trade number 2, and even though these trades continued to work, we basically did not consider these trades because they violate the 2-arrow rule. Then watch what happened. We had a very nice short trade here for a scalp. Couldn't get the runner. A re-entry here for another scalp, no runner, and then as we have talked about consistently, when this happens, take the one more bite out of the apple trade, which is right here. Another entry short, came all the way down to what we call the phantom for profit taking. Notice also that this indicator, the octopus, signaled a short trade here as well. Still within our window. It's a half-hour window that we're looking at because we had no major report today. Nice long trade to the upside, generating about 24 ticks if you had a runner. And then a second long re-entry trade right here. Now, if you went with a very tight stop, you would have gotten stopped out. But again, taking the second bite out of the apple, which is extremely important to your trading, entering right here again. Very nice trade coming up and testing the plateau. Of course, we're going to ignore arrow number 3. This was 1, this was 2 on the 2-arrow rule. So NASDAQ hitting on all cylinders. Look what happened then again. We come up still within our window. An excellent short trade here, followed by a second re-entry short trade here. Nice move to the downside. A good 35 to 40 ticks again on a runner. We're going to continue to not take additional arrows, so we're not looking at this or this or this, although these resulted in some very nice trades. Again, you can see in the first half hour in the pit open, the NASDAQ really knocked it out of the park. And as we were in the live markets analysis room, I polled all of the traders in there this morning and asked them if anybody from what we were following or what they were following could take exception with the fact that all the pit opens were profitable today in the markets that we followed, and everybody agreed that they certainly were all profitable. Of course, no one disagreed. Let's take a look at Russell. That's the last market we want to look at from today. All right, the last market we're going to look at today is the Russell 2000 index. Here's our 630 pit open right here. If you look back to the left, you'll see that we've already had a series of short entries here, and using the 2-arrow rule, we're not looking at entering again on the short side. So even had this one been timely, we would not have been looking for an entry short. We can and we are cleared to take entries the other way. So shortly thereafter, within about a minute and a half, we got a nice long trade entry here. We had a second re-entry here to the long side. Both these trades worked out very nicely. Again, keeping in mind, we're looking at not taking into account, or rather we're going to ignore arrow entries 3 and 4. But again, very nice trade to the upside. And then about 12 minutes later, we had a short entry here for a scalp, then another short re-entry here. Now, if you did not get a scalp on this, and you had a very tight stop to the upside, notice it did get stopped out, but in accordance with the way this is taught, this is called taking a second bite out of the apple here off of this trade. This trade moved down, picked up a good 12 to 15 ticks, but no runner. Still within our window. Long trade here to the upside for a scalp, no runner as it came down. Second long trade here, another very nice scalp, 10 to 12 ticks, no runner. And then still within our half hour pit open, nice short trade as we came down and tested what's called the phantom down here for some good profit taking. If you had your stop up here on a runner, we got hit the stop, but then watch what happened. Caught the very nice short trade here on the entry here. This one went deep down, and if you held a runner, this market was a very nice trade. Notice a little later on running the breaks, and I'm not going to show this, but we talk about running a different trade approach after the first half hour. It also signals a nice trade here, but in keeping with the pit open here, 30-minute pit open, some very nice trades in here. So the only trade that really did not result in any profit whatsoever, I believe was this trade right here. That's correct. Well, no, actually every one of these, I stand corrected. This was a good trade followed by a second good trade here. And then if you needed the bite out of the apple, you could. Short trade here. Oh, this is the one right here. This one would not have generated enough. I thought there was one in here. So this trade didn't work, but that was the only one out of all these trade setups in the pit open session that did not work. But again, a very, very profitable pit open. So there it is, crude oil, NASDAQ, Russell, trading for relatively short periods of time. You don't have to trade for long periods of time to make very good profits. Professional traders will tell you that. And again, trading is all about patience, discipline, and timing, and then dogged perseverance to re-enter that trade on the second bite of the apple when it's necessary. If you adhere to those rules, then you'll see you should be profitable every trading session that you make. Some are a little bit easier than others. Today was very nice from the standpoint of very nice running markets, relatively very easy to trade. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something on this. It's always good to take at least something away every time that you view a video or read a book or read an article. If it can enhance your trading or give you new ideas, that's what's important. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye.